Alright, so like I said, I've got the back taped. So after a few hours of it sitting here, I will go back and peel the tape off the back before the resin really sets. And I'm just going to pour it around. And we'll heat it up with the torch a little bit. I don't know how much, I might need all that resin, as a matter of fact. But you can see how pretty it, I mean, it puts this beautiful, glossy, shiny coat over it. I don't know if you can see all those bubbles popping, but there they all go. I'm just going to get a little stick, and yes, my popsicle sticks are 2 different colors because my husband loves popsicles. I do too in the summertime. In the wintertime, I don't care for them. But he loves popsicles, so he eats a lot of them, and I thought it's ridiculous to waste all those popsicle sticks. So we just save them. And I have never had a problem. I used to wash them, actually. But, you know, just rinse them off, they're fine. Alright, I think we're going to dump all the rest of that resin on there. Just want to make sure that we have enough for the entire project. And with this resin, if you're doing a small project, I suggest, you know, after a few times of using the resin, you're going to have an idea of kind of how much you're going to need. But if you're just starting out, go get one of those little molds, those little candy molds. I happen to have a dinosaur candy mold, which I will be trying out very soon. Go get one of these and just set it off to the side in preparation for needing somewhere to put some extra resin. I saw somebody do one, and they got their mold from the same place I got mine, which is Michael's. And she did gummy bears. And when she pulled them out, they were all pretty and bright green and shiny. They looked like real gummy bears. I mean, it looked like you could eat them. And I thought, oh, that's cute. You know, you can put a little ring in the top of it and make a necklace out of them. You know, especially for the kids. Or, you know, you could put one of those little rings on the top and make a keychain out of it. So, you know, you can do all sorts of things with the leftover resin. So think about that ahead of time before you do your resin project. What would you like, if you have any extra resin, what do you want to do with it? And I'm just sort of spreading this out. I probably actually could have used a little more resin, but I don't have it. But if you pour, you know, you pour it out and you're like, oh shoot, I need some more resin. At this point, just go ahead and create, you know, make some more resin. Because this is going to sit here and wait for you patiently while you are pouring more resin. And I'm wondering if I need to do that. Because you don't want the coating too thin on here. I don't want, you know, the pieces to, you know, be where you can see the outline of them. That's not what I want. I'm trying to see if I could see the outline of these kind of sitting up from the resin. And, you know, you can either do that and go back and pour another coating of it later, especially if you're worried that the silicone is going to cause a problem. But I'm not sure I want to do that. But I do need resin for the underside of this, so I might need to make some more. I don't know. Oh. I do not want to reuse that cup because my little work of art here will stick to it. And you just want to smooth it over the sides. Of course, you don't want to leave out your sides. Now you can just push it to the edges if you're planning on framing this. You can if you're really careful, because this is a complete 90-degree angle on this. You can push the resin right up to the edge without pouring it over, if you're really careful, you just take your popsicle stick and kind of shove it to the edges very gently. Then you know, you're not using extra resin on the sides. You're not. Yeah, I think we need. I don't know. We might wait till. We might just do a second coat of this over top of it instead of pouring more resin, because I think I've got everything covered other than the sides. I really kind of want to do another coat on here. I don't know. But you can see how pretty and shiny that is, and the glitter really is kind of popping out when it hits the light. And I'm really on the fence because I need to cover the edges. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to just pour another batch of resin real quick, and we'll just do a second coat. Although really, I probably should just leave it. Let's pop some air bubbles. And you know, you want to keep going every 10 to 15 minutes at your little work of art here. You know, for at least the first hour or so, hour or two. I'd say with this one, at least probably the first hour and a half to 2 hours, because it takes so long to really start to cure. And torch it so you get out all those air bubbles. Because you don't want, you know, half a dozen little air bubbles to ruin your work of art. So if you're going to do resin, don't plan on doing it right before you walk out of the house to go pick up the kids or do the grocery shopping, because when you come back, you will be very sad. Alright. Oh, I see another air bubble already. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up a little more resin just so I can go around the sides with it, and I'll be right back. Alright, as you can see, I have the work of art sitting over here to the side. I poured a little more resin around the edges and let it go over. I didn't pour a lot down into the center. It actually looks pretty flat, so we might not even need to do a second coating. I see a lot of dust in it, of course, but I don't see anywhere where the silicone in the paint has affected it. But of course, partly the dust might be like some of the glitter coming forward. But I made a little extra glitter, extra resin, and I thought we could play with the dinosaur mold here and see how it's going to work. Now, I haven't done this before. I've only watched somebody else do it, so hopefully hopefully they'll all come out of there. Otherwise, that's, you know, $3 down the drain there. And remember, when you're adding a paint or an additive to your resin, make sure you only add as much as 10% of the paint or whatever you're adding. Don't add more than that, because it will affect your resin. I know that firsthand, because before I learned, those of you who are new to my channel, before I learned anything about resin at all, I decided to try it. And I did not know the 10% rule. And nobody told me for the longest time. Because I hadn't watched a lot of videos on it. And the ones that I had, you know, nobody really mentioned the fact that you need only 10%. So, I want to say the very first project that I did with resin, the video is a long ways back. I did 3 tiles, and I did the tree ring, my marble rose, whatever you want to call it, technique. And I mixed my paint. This is a what not to do. I mixed my paint with floetrol and a little bit of distilled water, as I always do, not realizing it. And then I probably used, I don't know, half of that along with the resin. So what came out was really interesting, and I don't want to tell you guys to do this because it probably wouldn't work 90% of the time, but I would actually like to try it again because the outcome of that was actually kind of cool. I did have to pour more resin on top of it to seal it, but I wish I could remember the video number. But check out the video. It's probably under the playlist What Not to Do. And it's probably also under maybe like resin on tile or resin working with resin, something like that. So go check it out. They turned out neat, but I would not suggest trying it at home. What happens when you mix the resin with water? It's not supposed to cure properly, which mine, it eventually did cure. It took about a week for it actually to cure, and it cured very interestingly. And so I encourage y'all to go check out that video because it's kind of cool looking. But don't do it at home. Alright, so we've got 3 colors here. These are the Color Shift paints from Folk Art. This is the Green Flash. This is Red Flash. And this is Blue Flash. They're supposed to be color changing, and they kind of are. Like the blue, you can kind of see it kind of is purpley blue, and the red has like sort of an iridescent to it. But the green is just this metallic green. I really don't know how to go about doing this, so we're going to warm up the resin just a little bit. Just to kind of help it flow a little better. And I don't really know, I mean, I assume that I probably need to fill the little dinosaurs up, so I'll probably have maybe 2 dinosaurs when we're done with this. We're just going to sort of move the colors around, and you know, I don't want them in blobs, so but I really don't know how this is going to turn out. But that's the fun part about, you know, the artwork that we do, is that we have no idea what it's going to turn out like most of the time. And I am sorry if I am rambling. I can hear myself doing it, but it's because I'm doing something. Whenever I do something new, I tend to kind of ramble through it. I don't really know why, but I guess because I haven't done it before, and I'm just trying to give y'all all the information I can possibly give you that might help you become successful. If you're not already successful. I know a lot of you make some really awesome stuff. Probably all of you do. You just don't realize. Some of you, you know, when you say you haven't had any luck, hold on to your paintings that you've done, because I guarantee you 6 months from now, some of those paintings you're going to look back on and you think, well, that's pretty cool. I'm glad I saved it. There are several paintings that I did really early on that I thought were terrible in the beginning. You know, I was doing the same thing some of you have done, which is write to, you know, leave messages for the people that have come before and have, you know, made some beautiful artwork. And I have said, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. You know, I've done everything you've done. It's just not coming out. And eventually, you learn on your own. Yes, you are learning everything, a lot, from all of us on YouTube. I'm still learning a lot from everybody that I know on YouTube and people that I don't know. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, you know, the paintings that you had, that you've done in the very beginning, where you say you're not getting cells, or, you know, this is the problem, keep a hold of them for at least 6 months, and then go back and look at them I guarantee you, you're going to find at least some of them that you like. You know, maybe not all of them. There are several that I've just gotten rid of because they were terrible. I mean, no joke. They were bad. But you will probably find that you're doing better than you think you are. And, you know, if you're not getting sales, there are so many things that can affect how your sales come up. It can be the temperature in the room you're in. It can be the thickness or the thinness of your paint. It could be the silicone you're using. It could be the water that you added to it. A lot of waters, if you have like a lot of water has a lot of minerals in it, and the minerals can affect how your cells pop up. So if you're having trouble with your cells, you've tried everything, and the only thing you haven't changed yet is your water, try changing your water. I use chilled distilled water that comes in a jug that I buy from Walmart, and I kid you not, it made a lot of difference when I was first starting out with cells. It just did. And then of course I changed over to the treadmill lubricant, you know, stuff like that. You know, can make you or break you. You know, make your cells or not make your cells. Okay, this is just too slow going, so we're just gonna pour some in there, and that one I don't have completely full. I probably should fill him. I'll fill him up in a minute. And I'm sort of debating on whether or not I want to mix these, but I'm going to sort of drag a... I think these might, if they come out, they might make kind of like cute Christmas ornaments or something. You put a little hoop in the top of them and put a little red ribbon at the top. Alright, I really want to scrape as much of that out as possible. So I want to make sure that one is full. Completely full. Alright, that one's done. Okay. That one's full too. It's like almost bubbling over. And these are probably gonna have air bubbles in them. I should have torched it as I was going along, but I really wasn't thinking, so. Just want to fill him up a little bit more. Make sure he's nice and full. Thor, be quiet. Alright, well, this one's not going to be full, but we're going to pour the rest of this in there. Because we don't want to waste it. Oh, maybe we should use like a transparent color instead of this. Well, if this works, we'll do it again with transparent colors, or maybe like some colors with mica powder in them, and then that will be it. Just mica powder. I'm sorry you guys can't see what I'm doing. I got my hand over it, but I don't want to pour the resin all over the edges of the mold. And this is a long video, I'm sorry, you know, so I should have told y'all a while back, if you want to just fast forward through all this, you could. Okay, I think that's about it for that. I'm going to get a toothpick and sort of run through. Run through that one. I'm kind of, what can it hurt, right? That one's a little full. Well, that side of them will look cute. Bring some of that red back in there. There we go. Okay, he's kind of cute. We're going to do that same thing to this one. I think I filled him a little too far. What do y'all think? That's okay though. I'm learning. I'm not sure this is something I'm going to continue to do, but okay, he's done too. And you know, if they overflow a little bit, you can always take some, you know, turn your belt sander on and grind them against the belt sander. Of course, then you have to then you have to polish them, and that's not going to be worth this. But let's just torch these babies. I'm going to take my torch to this one, and then I'm going to cover it up. And I will show you what it looks like and the little dinosaurs when we come back after it's all cured. Okay, so here we are the next day. The resin has cured. It's not a hard cure. I mean, it's, you know, you can touch it, but I wouldn't, like, you know, handle it too much, because you really want it to cure for, you know, 3 or 4 days to a week before you really start handling it a lot. I'll give you a close-up of it. You can see the glitter in the background. And yeah, I got a lump right here. I have a feeling that happened when I peeled off the tape from the backside. But see how clean? I got one little spot there because my board wasn't quite straight. But you can see how nice and clean that edge is. So one little tip for this, to get this a nice, really clean edge, put that on before you paint your board, and then run the paint over that edge of the tape, and it'll kind of seal it before the resin gets to it, so the resin kind of won't seep in under there. That works really, really well. So yeah, other than that one little blip right there, you can kind of see, interestingly enough, it kind of, if you watch the reflection when it goes over the little pieces, it kind of has a slight bit of wavy to it. Not really sure why. But I'm not sure if I like that texture of the board underneath, but Ella, my other little one, she is almost 10. She likes it, so I kind of like the extra texture under there. It gives it something a little different. And then, you know, the glitter, there's not too much of it, and you don't see a lot of it really until the light catches it. So I thought we could take this outside real quick and see what it looks like outside. You can see Abby, my Abby there in the background. Abby! Abby! Hey, pretty girl. Yeah, she's a pretty puppy. She's so pretty. Okay, sorry, I digress. Yeah, so there it is. You can see the reflection of like the trees and stuff in the background. It's not a real great shot because today it is raining. Yeah, but you can kind of see it in a different light. I can't hold it and focus. on it too well. You can kind of turn it sideways so you can kind of get the... If you turn your head sideways, you can see what it looks like. But I think it's pretty cool. I like it. So yeah, okay, we'll head back inside. Alright, so we're back inside. Yeah, there's not a lot else to say about this. I'm going to do several more because I've already cut out pieces for it. So we'll do those sometime in the future. And I don't know if we're going to use like a smooth wood or I don't know. But we'll probably do like 6 or 7 of these at some point. Just because I have several paintings that I really want to save pieces of them. And I really don't know what else to do with them. I don't want to make jewelry because, you know, I've made tons of jewelry pieces already. And I just want to do something a little different. Somebody said to me that when you get an idea from another artist that you should credit them. There's so many people on the fence about this. Should we credit other people? Should we not? Were they honestly the first person to do it? Do we really know? I don't want to accidentally credit somebody incorrectly. So usually I just say, you know, I saw it on a couple of different channels. I don't know who was the first to create something. I'm sorry if you feel offended that I don't mention your name. If I think it's something so unbelievably cool and there's no way that anybody else has done it, you're the only one, and I know that for sure, then I'll give you credit. But I hope you don't get offended that I don't give you credit or, you know, give an artist that you as a subscriber may like. I'm not trying to upset anybody here, obviously. I just, you know, I like different ideas. I like trying new things. And, you know, I hope that you guys enjoy watching me try all these different things. That being said, I want to say that I believe that Jane Monteith, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, I believe she was the first one, or at least one of the early ones that has created something like this. So I want to, you know, give her a little shout out. I like the idea. I think it's cool. So, okay, so onward. These were our little dinosaurs. And I realize that this is a dull finish, and I don't know why it didn't occur to me until yesterday afternoon, but yeah, it's a dull finish, so these pieces are not going to come out shiny on the other side. They're going to come out dull. But that being said, I think they're kind of cute, and they look, these two I pulled out already, but this one I haven't, so I wanted to show you how easily these just peel right out of the little silicone mold. And then the silicone mold is like perfect. You can peel in, you can you know, pour more resin in it. I wouldn't suggest cooking in them after you've poured resin in them, but I don't know, they're kind of cute. You can see a hint of, oh, there's an air bubble right there. You can kind of see a hint of the color shift, but not really a lot. The red, I think you can see it more than anything. Let's give you a close-up of them. See if I can get those to fire. There we go. They're cute. You can kind of see the color shift, a hint of it. The green is that color shift, but it doesn't really color shift. It's just pretty. But, you know, they're cute. They're thick, so you could put like a little ring in the top and maybe make a keychain out of it, or like a little Christmas ornament would be cute. I think Christmas ornaments would be really cute because who doesn't need a dinosaur on their Christmas tree? I think everybody should have a dinosaur on their Christmas tree. I have loved dinosaurs since I was a little kid. And I actually still have this dinosaur playset that I got when I was really young from my grandmother. And I've kept it all these years, and my little girls have played with them for years now too. So I'm hoping we kind of pass them on years and years from now if I have grandchildren. Yeah, I have a thing for dinosaurs. So I collect little stone dinosaurs and, you know, pretty much any kind of dinosaur I can find. I just love them. So, you know, if any of you guys are interested in a little dinosaur ornament for your Christmas tree, let me know, because I'll definitely sell these. if there's an interest for them. I don't know, I kind of like the dull finish now that I've been looking at them a while. So I hope you guys like these. They're cute. Alright, so that's going to be it for today. I'm sorry this is a really long video. But I kind of wanted to show you, you know, the whole process so you guys can try it at home as well. I want to thank all my subscribers, especially those of you who have, you know, stuck with me from the beginning and you're still around. I really appreciate you guys, and I don't know, I really appreciate you guys sticking around and you know, sharing my videos and giving me likes and leaving me wonderful, lovely comments. It really means a lot to me. And those of you who are new subscribers, like my videos, if you will, and you guys watch the ads for me. It kind of helps. You know, every time you watch an ad, I get a penny or two from it. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but you know, I have 3,000 subscribers, so if 3,000 subscribers watch an ad, I might get 3,000 pennies. And I do not scoff at pennies. So I appreciate everybody watching the ads for me, subscribing to my channel, giving me some likes, and sharing my videos with people who have not seen it yet. So I hope wherever you guys are on the planet, I hope you're having an awesome afternoon, day, evening, or night. See you later. Bye.